Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sqee Squad channel. My name is Sqeecoldmoney. Today, we're going to be taking a little bit of a nostalgia trip and going back in time and looking at some of these classic video games you may not remember, but I guarantee will spark memories for you. Now, this isn't console games, this is more mobile or maybe computer games. Again, I guarantee this will spark some vivid memories for you. Without further ado, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and let's go ahead and hop into this. We're going to first start off with a little website called Addicting Games. Now, if you haven't heard of this, this is a website where you could have all these little indie games for free. Surprisingly, this website is still up and running somehow, but basically, I haven't been here in like 15 plus years. But this was a way, really, if you didn't have a console or maybe a Game Boy or DS, this is a way to get that fill of kind of mm, more violent and kind of out there video games that you couldn't get from playing Mario. And again, it was exhilarating as a kid to see blood on the screen for some reason. But anyways, this site is still up and running. It still has some of the games I play as a kid, like Kitty Cannon here, and also I can't believe this is here still, but this buddy game, oh my god. I remember as a kid, you could put Napoleon Dynamite's face on this guy, and that was the movie at the time. But Jesus, the flashbacks I got from going to this website were insane. I'm sure you guys have other games you played that I might not have, but they had hundreds of games. And again, this website is still up and running somehow, 20 plus years later. Go home from school, boot up that modem, and bam, you had all the little mini games to keep you entertained for hours and hours. Next up, we're looking at one of my personal favorites. Me and my friends, some of them in the Squee Squad here, have put countless hours into this game at school mainly. Now this is Tanks, and ironically it's on a website called Math is Fun. So the fact that you could play this in school and you wouldn't really get yelled at because it is on a math website was amazing. Now this is like where competitive gaming started for me almost, because you could have up to 4 players, and again, everyone would take turns at this in the library or in computer class. And Jesus, the fact that these websites are still up after all these years is insane. And if you haven't played it, go check it out. You're missing out. Now, before you question yourself, yes, this is real. You're not in a fever dream. This is Space Cadet Pinball. I believe this launched on Windows 1998, and my god, this is the definition of gaming before gaming. Now, what I mean by that is I didn't have a Game Boy or Nintendo or anything really before this. This was my literal introduction to video games here. I'd go to my grandpa's on his old dinosaur computer and play this with my family for hours. And oh my god, the music alone I'm sure is giving you a flashback. It is for me, and I honestly played a few games of this just while recording. Now, obviously this doesn't launch on computers anymore, but there is still a website that has this up and running, and oh, it's just literally hard to express how nostalgic this is for me. I'm sure a lot of people, since again this was on almost every Windows computer. Very simple game. It's just pinball, but the effort and the sound design alone is just what makes this so memorable. Please comment below if you played this before, because I can't be alone with this. This is just throwing me back in time right now. Lastly, what we're going to cover here today is iPod Touch games. No, not the amazing games you can get on your phone now, like Warzone Mobile, but I'm talking first, second, third gen iPod Touch games. Now, this is back when mobile gaming was just becoming a thing, so the games are very simple. For example, Paper Toss, a literal piece of paper you're throwing into a trash can, but it was enough. When you're that young, things like this kept you entertained for hours. On the screen here, we have Moto X Mayhem. Again, obviously, not all you guys watching would have played these games because there was hundreds to play from, but again, these are the ones that made me feel nostalgic and just thrown back in time. Now, I was basically in middle school around the time of, the iPod Touch getting popular and playing these games, either in class sneaking under my desk or even on the way home on the bus with your buddies playing Flappy Bird or Doodle Jump. Again, these are just pure and just amazing games. There wasn't much to them, obviously, given the hardware, but it was just simple fun when you were at a young age just to have this on the go. Now, obviously, again, today mobile gaming is getting huge. I mean, they just announced Warzone Mobile at the next event for Call of Duty. the power of the iPhones today are insane versus this. But again, this video is just about to give you that flashback and just that look back in time to see when games were simplistic enough, but somehow kept you entertained for hours. And that's basically the video today. Again, I just want to give you a little deep dive into something you may not remember. The pinball was the biggest throwback for me, but I hope you enjoyed. If you want, I'll do more of these videos. Again, there's hundreds of games I played as a kid that I didn't remember going through addicting games websites and everything like that. So make sure to comment below and let me know if there's any games you want to see covered or that you really just have fond memories of. And with that, Sqeecoldmoney's out. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want, and we'll see you on the next one.